Okay, quiz review. The 7 problems we're going to look at. Okay, write an equation of the line with a slope of 4/5 and a solution -15, 2. That means if x is -15, y is 2. So write the equation, we make an equals, y is out front. Then we're going to have x with a coefficient, that's your slope, plus another space with your y-intercept. So we got to find m and b. Remember what these mean, okay? M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. Well, the slope they told me is 4/5. That's simple. Okay, y equals 4/5 x. We have that much. Okay, y-intercept. It's not 2. Okay, people see the y at 2, they put that in there. No, if you're on a graph and you went left 15 up 2, you're not on the y-axis. You're out in the middle of nowhere. So you really don't know until you use y equals m times x plus b. Okay. So my m is 4/5. I'm writing that tight, 4/5. And then y would be 2, and then x would be 15. So I line up the equals, I got 2. We write b first, and I need to take 4/5 times 15 to find out what I'm adding. I got 12, okay? Now I can solve for b, I just minus 12. 2 minus 12 is -10, okay? So y is equal to 4/5 times x plus -10. That's the equation, the full equation, okay? Number 2. Write an equation of a line with solution points, so -6, 3, and -4, 14. So that means instead of one solution point, they gave me 2 solutions point. They just didn't give me the slope, okay? So again, like on the last problem, I have to identify my slope and y-intercept. But they didn't tell me the slope either. So y minus y, x minus x finds our slope, okay? So if I compare x as -6, -4, -4 is higher values, so 14, -4. Then 3 over -6, okay? Okay, so it's going to be 11, that's a -4, plus a +6, so that's 2. Now reducing that I don't think works, okay? The reason why it doesn't, because 11 and 2 are only in the first row, so we're going to leave that as 11 over 2, which you can do, okay? So y equals m times x plus b. I just work with from the fraction, so 11 over 2 is my m, okay? Then I'll put 3 for y, -6 for x. You can also go 14 and -4, it doesn't matter, okay? So drop your plus sign, you got b in front. So we take 11 over 2 times 6. I got 33, okay? So minus 33, and that's going to be a very large y-intercept. That would be very far down on a graph, -36. Thank gosh we don't have to graph it. Okay. Number 3, rewrite the equation in slope intercept form. Okay. So we have this equation 3x minus 6y equals 12. You need to write it so you know the m and the b. You don't when the y is not by itself. It's if you had to graph it, you would want to use slope intercept, but the y is not by itself. So I dot circle the y. It's a negative, so we make it a positive, and 3 is negative, 12 is negative. Remember, that's legal in an equation. You change everything, you're still balanced, okay? make a 0x, so you have a place to actually add 3x on the other side of the wall. So you have 6 times y. You write x, 0 plus 3 is 3, plus negative 12. Then we still got the times 6. So we divide everything by 6, these two separately. So 6, 6, and 6. And 3 divided by 6 is a decimal. It's not 2. That's 6 divided by 3. 3 divided by 6 is a decimal. And then negative 2. Okay, now you're good because you get your m and your b. And y is now by itself. Okay, story problem time. A pool contains 50 gallons of water and it's filling at a rate of 3 gallons per minute. How many minutes will it take the pool to fill to its capacity of 200 gallons? So we're finding the minutes. Okay, 2 units. You've got gallons and minutes. Those are the 2 units of measurement that relate to the problem. Everything else, all those other words are just phrasing. X is minutes, Y is gallons, so per, gallons per minute. Okay, we know that that's 3. So it says 3 gallons per minute right there. Okay, let's make our table before we jump the gun on the line. So XY, minutes X, gallons Y. Same thing as over here. Okay, if I know my gallons per minute, I'm going 0, 1, 2 before I block it off. Okay, so before the 3, at the beginning you add 50 gallons. Then every minute you add 3. 53, 56. Okay, I filled that out as much as possible. Now go beneath it. You got to get 200 gallons. Don't know how many minutes. That's the answer. So generate your ladder. The y equals ladder. So the y began at 50, and then I started adding 3 every new minute. So the equation is 50 plus 3 times x equals y, and then the closing value, y equals 50. Y equals 200, my bad. Okay, just put it where y is at. You don't need a parentheses. Y is not operated upon it. And then you got plus and times. You minus your 50. So it's 150. 3 times x equals 150. Then divide by 3. And that's 50. Okay, it makes sense. Now, is it a long way from 2 to 50? Yeah, but it's a long way from 56 to 200 when you're adding 3 every minute. So 50 minutes is okay. Okay, number 5. A website charges $2 per song after an initial registration fee. After buying 8 songs, a user is paid $41. This includes a registration fee. How much money will a user pay who has bought 25 songs? So we're solving for the dollars. So we have songs and dollars. X is songs, Y is dollars. So dollars per song. Well, we have that, it's 2. Okay, because 2 times X, 2 times the songs. So XY. Songs is X, dollars is Y. Okay, so 0, 1, 2. Well, the problem is, I'd be adding 2 every time, but I don't have a beginning amount to add 2 to. Now, there was a registration fee, so it's B. Now, go down below and fill in the rest of it. 8 songs, $41. Okay, then 25 songs and question mark dollars. That's the answer. This is an 8 here, sorry. Okay, when I make my line, I lead off with B, and then I'm adding 2 every time there's a new song, but I do need to know that B. So Y equals M times X plus B. Okay, so 2 is M. Okay, and the only XY combo you have, X would be 8, Y would be 41. Okay, so 41 for Y, 8 for X. So drop your plus down, put your B in front, 2 times 8 is 16. Get your 16 to 0 by minusing it. 25 equals B. Okay. So you can put B here, B here. If you really feel like it, you can add 2. So it'd be 27, 29. Later it gets to 41 after 8 songs, and then 25 songs, don't know the money. Okay, so you get 25 plus 2 times x equals y. Now, x equals 25. So you put that where x is. You need the parentheses to separate it from the 2. So we have 25 plus 2 times 25 equals y. When you solve for y, it's easy. You just times and add. Okay, 50 plus 25, 75. Put that on your table. Make sure it kind of makes sense. It does. Okay, there you have it. Okay. A bank account is losing money at the same rate each month. After 4 months, the account contains $1,400. After 8 months, that same account contains $800. How many total months will it take the account to have $0 from the beginning amount? So we're solving for the months on number 6. Okay, so we have dollars and we have months. So X is months, Y is dollars. Dollars per month. Don't believe they gave us that. It ain't 1,400, that's after 4 months. And the other is at 800, that's after 8 months. So it's a question mark. Okay, so I make my table. Probably going to need to find that, figure that out. We'll see. So, dollars and months. Okay, so 0 to 1, 2 is pointless. I mean, it would go from 0 to 1 to 2, but it's pointless to put on the table when we don't know what we're adding every month. So just block it and fill in the rest of the information. Again, when they don't give you that, don't go 1, 2. Okay, 4 months, $1,400. In 8 months, you got $800. And then the 0 is the closer, but it's dollars, and we have to find how many months that took to get us to $0. Now, clearly, guys and gals, this started somewhere. It didn't start at 0. When it's decreasing, it's got to have somewhere to decrease from. So B. So I make my line, I just put B at the beginning. Problem is, unlike the last problem, you don't know what you're adding. So you got to come over here and figure out what the dollars per month is. And that's Y minus Y, X minus X. You have XY on your table. Okay, so when I compare 4 and 8, I'm going to start with the 8. You start at your higher X, 800. And then 4, and then 1,400. Okay, so the bottom is 4, and the top's negative 600. And we divide that. We don't reduce on story problems. Okay, you don't look at your chart. That ain't going to work. Negative 150, so it's negative 150 times X. So that means every single month it goes down by 150. Okay, because right now the months go up in increments. So at the 5th month, you'd take that down 150. Then the 6th month, another 150, and it goes on until you're at 0. Okay, so negative 150 times X, and more importantly, I can find my B. So Y equals M times X plus B. So M is negative 150. Okay. Okay, so X is 4, Y is 1,400. Okay. So 1,400 times 4. Line up your plus, put the B in front. Negative 600. Okay, add your 600. That's 2,000. Okay, that isn't the answer to the problem though. That goes here. You don't have your answer till you get here. Now that's going to help us get the answer because now I actually have a beginning amount. Okay, so I have 2,000 plus negative 150 times X equals Y. And then I put the 0 in for the dollars that I'm about to solve for X. So Y is 0. Okay, so 2,000 plus negative 150 times X equals 0. You got some solving for X to do. You've got plus and times. So you minus your 2,000, get that out of there. So negative 150 times x, and divide by negative 150. So negative 2,000. Okay, just put 13 or 14, I don't care. Okay, 14 months. Makes sense though. Started at 2,000. After 4 months, you're at 1,400. After 8, you're at 800, and then 14, you're at 0 or 13. Okay, last problem, number 7. My brother and I are saving money together to buy a gift for Mom. I make $10 per hour. My brother makes $15 per hour. We need to earn $700 together. If my brother works 30 hours, how many hours will I have to work? So hours I work. Okay, you got 3 units because you got brother, dollars, and I. I right there is underlined. We're just going to call it me. That's the grid because there's 3 units, 3 measurable units. On the other ones there was 2. So with 3 you have to follow a whole different plan. So you got together, and then how many units per unit and total. Okay, 2 independent units would be brother and I. Put brother and me. Okay. Then dollars and dollars. This does not have these are not dollar numbers. Okay. So your money total. You always got to know that it's equal to this because that's your equation, 700. Then find a number not money related. It'd be 30. Okay. My brother works 30 hours. Okay. So I'm X. Okay, we need the dollar per unit rates, in this case dollars per hour, so I make $10, brother makes 15. So it's going to be 450, and that's going to be 10x. So you have 450 plus 10x equals 700, now you solve it. So you got plus and times, so you minus 450, and that takes that side to 250. You divide by 10, and that gives you 25. Okay, so 25 hours I work.